All right, guys, we had an assassination attempt on Brett Kavanaugh, Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. This is in the New York Post. FBI raids home of Nicholas Roski, suspect charged with attempted murder of Brett Kavanaugh. They say FBI agents raided the California home of Nicholas Roski, who has been charged with trying to kill Supreme Court Justice Brett Kavanaugh. Federal officials Wednesday night converged on the Roski family's one-story house in Simi Valley and busted down the front door after obtaining a search warrant. Neighbors told ABC 7 Eyewitness News that the feds also were canvassing the area and asking questions about Roski. They were always nice people, so it's a surprise more than anything. Neighbor Zach Quadri told CBS News of Roski's family. Roski was arrested earlier Wednesday outside Justice Kavanaugh's home in Montgomery County, Maryland, where he had shown up with a backpack and suitcase containing a Glock 17 pistol, ammunition, a knife, tactical gear, pepper spray, and other items, including zip ties, a hammer, a screwdriver, and duct tape. The 26-year-old was apprehended after calling 911 and telling the operator that he was having suicidal thoughts and had a firearm in his suitcase. You can see the pictures here. Roski also allegedly confided in the emergency communications dispatcher that, quote, he traveled from California to Maryland to kill a specific Supreme Court justice. According to a U.S. Justice Department press release, the suspect was charged with one count of attempting to murder or kidnap a U.S. judge, which is punishable by up to 20 years in prison. According to court documents, Roski told investigators that he began thinking about how to give his life purpose and decided that he would kill the Supreme Court justice. This is him right here. Roski said that he was angry over the leaked draft opinion signaling the Supreme Court's intent to overturn Roe v. Wade. He was also upset over the recent school shooting in Uvalde, Texas, and believed Kavanaugh would vote to loosen gun control laws, an affidavit said. Okay, this is like the height of irony. It truly is. He's like, I'm so mad over a mass shooting that I'm going to have to go do a shooting. Wait, what? Are you against shootings or are you for shootings? I don't understand. And he said, of course, the Roe versus Wade thing as well. Quote, this kind of behavior is obviously behavior we will not tolerate, Attorney General Merrick Garland told reporters on Wednesday. Threats of violence and actual violence against the justices, of course, strike at the heart of our democracy, and we will do everything we can to prevent them and to hold people who do them accountable. Appearing before a federal court in Greenbelt, Maryland, Roski paused several times while responding to routine inquiries from U.S. Magistrate Judge Timothy Sullivan during the 10-minute hearing. Nicholas Roski told investigators, I'm reading this here, that he began thinking about how to give his life purpose. We already talked about that. Here's another picture of him here. This appears to be when he was younger. Asked if he understood what was happening and whether he was thinking clearly, Roski paused, then said, I think I have a reasonable understanding, but I wouldn't say I'm thinking clearly. Roski said he is taking medication. You don't say. Did not say what it is or why he is on it. He also said he is a college graduate. Okay. So there you go. This guy, I think is pretty clear based on the thing about medication and based on the way he was communicating and based on the way that he just told the 911 person, like, yeah, I think I'm going to go murder a Supreme Court justice. Whatever, bro. No big deal. I'm just doing my thing over here. The way that he just casually said that, they allude to him being on medication, the way that he would zone in and zone out, according to this article, where he would have awkward pauses. I think it's pretty clear that this guy is mentally off. I think that's a safe thing to say. Now, there clearly is also a political angle to this as well. So, because it's attempted violence for a political or religious reason, that does fit the definition of terrorism, so it's fair to call it terrorism. But it also is the case that he's clearly mentally off. So they were able to catch this guy. My guess is he's going to get the book absolutely thrown at him. And he'll spend a long, long time in prison. That's for sure. So recently there was a debate about extending protections to Supreme Court justices. Basically the same sort of protection that I guess the president gets through the Secret Service. There was talk about giving the Supreme Court that kind of protection. Why? Because in the wake of the decision being leaked on Roe versus Wade, there was a tremendous public outcry and backlash. And of course, there were protests outside of the homes of some of the Supreme Court justices, which, by the way, is totally legal and constitutional. The Supreme Court even ruled in a similar case that you can protest outside of people's homes. So that part is legal. But obviously, attempted murder and kidnapping is not at all legal. So they're almost certainly going to get their protections from the Secret Service, and this guy's going to end up in prison for a very long time. The thing that, when I first heard about this, the thing that was curious to me, and I was talking to Crystal about this, is why Brett Kavanaugh? Like, it's not like Neil Gorsuch is different. It's not like Amy Coney Barrett is different. It's not like Clarence Thomas is different. Well, Clarence Thomas might be different. He might actually be worse. I don't know in terms of his politics. It's just, why single out Kavanaugh? And Crystal said she thinks it's because he just found Kavanaugh's address online, so that was the one he kind of had access to. I mean, that seems to be a plausible explanation to me, because certainly in terms of their politics and their judicial philosophy, it's basically the same for, like, most of the conservative justices on the court. But again, either way, this guy's going to end up going to prison for a long time, and they were able to foil it before it happened. So there you have it.